I'm Hara Allison, and this is Dream Anyway, a podcast for those of us who feel the pull to create, even when the path isn't clear. So wherever you are in your journey, grab a coffee, get comfy, and dream anyway.
I'm Annie. I'm a local model here in Spokane. I'm also now a video producer or a BTS producer. And I am slowly but surely going to be a real estate agent as well.
What is BTS?
So BTS is like behind the scenes. So it could be for like a photo shoot. It could maybe be like candid photos for like a boutique, a hair salon, things like that.
Oh, cool. How long have you been a model?
Almost 5 years.
How old were you?
My gosh, 23. I was 23 because I'm 20. Oh my gosh, I don't even remember how old I am right now. Oh, it's because my birthday's coming up. I'm 27. I'm going to be 28.
Did you always want to be a model?
No, actually, if you would have told like even growing up me at any point, no way. I grew up on a farm. I was a big farm girl. That seems really weird, especially now, especially look on my portfolio. Oh my gosh.
Because you're so fancy.
I guess I'm bougie now, but I didn't actually really know what I wanted to do, but modeling was definitely not in my cards. And then my mom ended up moving, not my mom, but my grandma. Long story short, she was around more than my mom. So she pretty much raised me. But my grandma moved from Indiana, and it was the first person in my life that started teaching me what confidence was and started showing me that just because they think something doesn't mean I have to think that. And then I got really lucky and I ended up meeting my husband, Dustin.
Did you have any trouble with modeling? Has it been easy?
Oh gosh, it's easy now that I am actually not as terrified. I'd always looked at myself in pictures, and of course it's not like it was professional pictures, but people would take pictures of me and it was awful. It was so bad. But, most people with their cell phones, especially at like family gatherings, they're not perfect. But I never saw myself in a professional setting. And so after I lost my mom, and it was a couple years down the road, Dustin looked at me and he's like, I want you to do something for me. And I never in a million years thought that he would come out with that. And he looked at me and he said, I want you to do a boudoir shoot for me. What? You want me to what? For how many jelly beans? Still, even to this day, it's crazy to me that that's where it started.
What does that mean for how many jelly beans?
I've heard it all my life. I don't know. It's like it's trading jelly beans, I guess, because it's unrealistic. You wouldn't actually take jelly beans, would you?
Oh, that's funny.
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, I like when you tell me to slow down, Turbo. So you have good sayings. Oh, so him asking you to do a boudoir shoot inspired the whole modeling?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
That's actually where it all started, because
cool.
I'd already struggled with my confidence a lot. And then, of course, everybody that has lost somebody important or even understands loss sucks and it's hard.
Yeah.
So I was finally coming back out of that, and I was struggling really hard with my confidence. And he had, from the start of our relationship, we've been together for 11 years this year. He's just built me up. And so he decided to, what he tells me, took a shot in the dark. I still have those pictures. I actually got him I put him in a photo album and everything.
And it worked because it boosted your confidence?
It did.
That's awesome.
It really showed me a side of myself that now I understand what he sees. So now I could see myself from the point of view of
that you're beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To where now my confidence has grown so much that I believe that I'm sexy because I exist. That's not humble at all, but I love it.
Yeah, I love it too, because we don't need anybody's permission.
No.
And also nobody will give it to us.
No, nobody's going to give you that permission.
No.
So you need to take it.
Right.
Because your throne's your throne. Nobody gives that to you.
Right. I like that. You're a model and you're doing some videography now.
Yes.
And that's with Wonderland Productions.
It is.
And you're becoming a realtor.
Yes.
And so are all those your dreams, or do you have to point in some direction, or are you just going to go everywhere, whatever calls you?
I think I'm going to go just wherever it calls me. But personally, I think that for me, I could do all of them because they fit me all so well. Because I got in a car accident in 2017. And I ended up with a really unfortunate nerve damage that's all down my right side. I can't do anything about it. I just kind of stuck living with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I got told that at 19 that, oh, you're stuck with this. Don't know what to tell you. Well, that was like really crushing.
Yeah.
Because when I was younger, before I had my son and my daughter, I was a CNA at the time of my accident. And I was planning on becoming an RN. I actually had a big dream. I was going to open my own big practice, and it was going to be like a one-stop shop kind of deal. You're going to have your doctors and orthopedics and acupuncture and everything I could think of. And that was my dream. And that really abruptly changed after that.
Mm-hmm.
And I figured out after a while it wasn't really the medical field that I was attracted to. I mean, mind you, it's really cool even to today, because like my kids get hurt and I'm like, oh, come here, I can fix it, It was mostly the people, because I got to connect with so many people. When I actually got in my car accident, I was working at an assisted living facility for elderly, and it was called Colonial. It was in Centralia, Western Washington, and I loved it. I absolutely loved every person in there. I took care of so many people. I mean, I took care of them at the last stages of their lives and tried to make it as great as I could. And that made me feel great. It made me feel great.
Yeah.
Hopefully it made them feel great. I hope.
You have a very kind personality. You help me a lot in all my photo shoots. And people will walk in and you're just like, oh my God, you look so beautiful. And I thought, oh, I should have said that. I didn't think it. I'm like worried about the photo shoot. And I appreciate that you're always building everybody up, because you really are. As soon as they walk in the door, that's such a nice feature about you.
Well, thank you.
I should be more of what I'm doing. I'm glad you're helping me and filling in that gap.
Well, you're worried about lighting all the time.
I'm always worried about lighting. I'm just worried about what's next. And I forget that the models also need some comfort. And I appreciate that you're doing that.
When we had our first photo shoot, I was still even terrified, because I was thinking that I didn't know what I was going to be able. I didn't know I was going to be able to do that.
I still don't know if I can do it. That's why I'm worried about lighting. Every photo shoot, I hope I know what I'm doing. Hope it comes out okay. And so that's the only reason I'm not focused on the models, because I'm worried about my own shit.
When you nail it every time.
Well, it seems to work out. I think it's good to know that I'm not like saying, oh, you have to be perfect, because I'm worried about my own shit is my point.
Stop being so uptight thinking you have to be perfect.
Exactly. And also, as a photographer, just want to say that the less perfect you are, the better the pictures. You're just you. When somebody says, can you fix a flyaway? I'm like, oh, please, that's my favorite part of the photo.
Please do not fix that.
I do really not want to fix the flyaway. Not because I'm lazy, but because I do like when the hair is going every which way. And I think the weirdest part about you is the best part about you.
Yeah. So. Because it's usually the real you.
Right.
Because we're so scared to show that weird side of us. And it makes me kind of sad sometimes, because I'm like, sometimes what we call quote, doing air quotations, and you can't see me, but what we call weird is just us. And we shouldn't down ourselves like that. I mean, yeah, okay, you ask probably some people about me. They probably say, yeah, she's pretty weird, because I'm a spunky human being, and that's okay.
It's so great, though, that you're totally yourself.
Oh, thank you.
I love that. And I just really appreciate that. And I'm drawn to it. And I even wish I could be more of that.
I appreciate you. It took a long time.
Well, you're still young. So that's why, I'm 57. And so you figured it out soon. And I love that.
Oh, thank you.
How do you measure success for yourself if it's not financial?
Oh, that's a good question. So I guess for me, the way I would measure my own success, or what makes me feel successful, especially if it doesn't come from dollar signs. I mean, of course, every dollar sign makes you feel like, oh, look at me, party. But I guess what makes me feel successful is maybe if I inspire a person, or even I look at the photos and I'm like, oh my God, oh, look at that. I think that's where I measure my success.
Yeah.
If I can even give somebody that spark of confidence of like, well, she did it. I'm going to do it.
Are you setting out to do that? Or is it just a happy accident if that happens?
It's really a happy accident if it happens, but I am a huge advocate. Like if you come to me and you're like, hey, I got confidence problems. I'm there. I'm there. What do you need? I'll bring chocolates. I'll bring flowers. I'll massage your feet. I don't like feet, but I will do it.
Oh, see, you're so much nicer than me. I do not like feet. I won't do it.
I massage my husband's feet. And I don't like feet.
Well, you're happily married. I'm happily married, but I won't touch his feet. I have my standards. No, I have limits.
I have my standard. Are you trying to tell me I'm standard?
No, I have limits.
We all heard it.
That's funny. If you could shout one thing from the rooftops, like you want everybody to know it, what would it be? Do you have a message? If you had a tagline or something, or just something that's so important to you?
I'd have to say, I think the one thing that would be most important is your attitude is what's most important about your self-confidence. I'm going to talk a lot about self-confidence.
No,
I say
love
it
that.
a lot,
Yeah.
but it's something for me that I've had to focus on. And I know it's a big thing that a lot of people struggle with, especially like fellow moms.
So you're saying it's your attitude. What about your attitude? Are you saying you just decide?
As hard as it's going to sound, that's really where it starts. You have to choose to be happy for you. You have to choose to love you. So what if you don't feel like that other person loves you? Do you love you?
Right.
Because the more you love you, the more you're going to attract that love to you.
Right.
Because your attitude draws what you want to surround you. It's just, that's what I believe.
I would say yes now, but a long time ago, I would have totally said no. Would you date yourself? That is such a good question to ask, because if you're desperately seeking somebody to give you the things you should be giving yourself, it's exhausting and draining. It doesn't work. You really have to find it within.
It really starts with you. Now, yeah, I would date the heck out of myself. What are you talking about? Oh, at one point,
funny.
yeah, I was very empty and I was very broken. And like one big thing that my husband and I tell each other all the time is our relationship, we look at it as like two cups. And if one of us pokes holes in one of the cups, or they get a crack, something, you get hurt, you go through something, it starts leaking. Okay, well, there are times where that's what we do. We are very willing to be there and fill the other one up as much as they need. But at some point, we have to repair those holes and repair those cracks, because if you keep pouring in to a cup full of holes, exactly, it gets exhausting. And then you don't want to do it anymore, because then you're going to run out eventually.
Right.
So once you get to that point, you heal those cracks or holes, then you go back to 50-50 as much as you can, the give and the take, the accommodation.
Did you ever hear that it was 100-100?
I've actually never heard 100-100.
Rather than only giving 50. Isn't that better?
It is, yeah.
To give all of yourself.
Than just half of yourself.
Than half of yourself.
Oh, snap. Look at this. Laying down some logic. Never again. I'll say 50. Never again. 100-100.
Exactly.
We get 200% in this household.
Yeah. Let's give all of yourself.
Yeah,
Love
every
that.
bit.
Is there anything you would tell 20-year-old Annie?
Just to take a breath and quit stressing about things. Stop stressing so hard. Stop thinking that you have to be perfect all the time, because just being yourself makes you perfect. Everybody is perfect when they're just themselves.
Amen, sister.
I could tell you you're perfect all day long. Are you going to believe that? I can't make you do that.
It really does have to come from within.
It really does. It all starts with us.
So I learned how to be kind to myself by seeing the way I loved my daughter. And that she could do no wrong because she was my daughter. I mean, she's perfect. And then I realized, well, I'm somebody's daughter and I'm perfect. I was a little baby once. And no matter what I've been through, I'm still that sweet little girl that deserves love and deserve to give it to myself. How did it change for you? You're saying you weren't always there and now you are. Was there some kind of magic moment that occurred to you that it's all about you doing it for yourself?
That's a really good question. Ooh, snap. I like that one. Well, what I used to do is like I would, and I still do it. Like I just do it a lot, like in my head, or if I mess up and I'm like, you're so dumb, but we love you. It's fine. It's fine. You had a dumb moment. It's okay. We'll come back. We're coming back. It's fine. My biggest thing is I used to put sticky notes everywhere. I have one of those really big mirrors in my bathroom, and I covered the whole outside of it and made myself an affirmations frame. I would read my affirmations. At first, it was out loud. That's where I started to just practice.
Yeah. They start to sink in.
And they started to sink in, and it started to become a regular thing. And then exactly, I kind of went through something that you went through of, I was a little bubbly child at one point. What we see now as an adult was me as a little itty bitty. Okay. And I know it, especially with the stories that my mom told me, like I know for a fact. And I didn't ever get the opportunity to really let that flourish. And so why can't I do it now? Because now I also get to watch my kids watch me do it. The things I get to watch my kids do it's crazy. And the confidence they have in doing things is really, it's miraculous, because the fact that it all started with, I loved myself. And now I get to watch my babies love themselves.
That's awesome.
I even now watch my husband love himself. He gives himself compliments. I'm like,
you did it. That. Yeah, that's awesome.
It's great.
If you were at your funeral in 3 years, what would you be most proud of? How would you like to be remembered?
I think I'd want to be remembered as the person that walked in and everybody just, I guess, be remembered as the light that walked into the room. The person that every time they showed up, they always had something good to say. Or if you went to them, they had something to say to you to make you feel better.
I think you are living out what you set out to do, because people always talk about how good energy you have and all that stuff. So I love that for you.
I do my best.
I want that too. But actually, I think I'm very nice, but I'm also not outgoing. And so I don't come across as nice as like it's in my head. I'm the best, but you just don't know it.
Personally, I think that you're absolutely amazing.
You spend a lot of time with me though.
But I didn't at first. And I stayed around for a long time. When I first started modeling, we didn't.
But wait, you didn't like me?
No, I said we didn't spend a lot of time together.
Oh, I thought you didn't like me at first.
What? No.
I was like, what did I do? I was nice.
Oh my gosh, no.
Did I seem a little standoffish?
I mean, not to me, but that's also the kind of person I am.
Right. You wouldn't have noticed because you're not quiet like me. So it is a problem. No, it's not, because I'm perfect.
You are perfect.
Just the way I am. That's what we learned today.
I'm just an icebreaker person. That's just where it's at. Like, I would rather, if I have to talk a lot to make you feel comfortable, I'll do it. Like, I don't care.
That's funny.
Like, if it makes me look like a goob, I don't care. Everybody liked Goofy and Mickey Mouse.
I happen to know somebody who has dreams and is too scared to do it. What would you say to somebody who is hesitant to live out their dreams?
Oh my gosh. Like, starting off with what's the worst that can happen? It's literally the absolute worst is how bad is this humiliation going to happen? I probably didn't say it right, but that's where it starts.
But that's it exactly, right?
Yeah. Am I even made for this? These are the kind of questions you start doubting yourself with. Even if you don't start out doing something that big, maybe that big is too much right now. Start small. Do something small. Pose in front of your mirror if it's a photo shoot, or if you're wanting to get into modeling. That's where you got to start. But you can build that confidence. Start giving yourself poses, things that magnifies how you feel about yourself. Show yourself how you want to be seen in your pictures, or how you want to see yourself when somebody takes that picture. Maybe starting out with your really big, like for me, it was boudoir. That was huge and it was scary. And I said, you know what? We're doing it. And we did it.
And look what happened. The exact opposite of what your fear was. Not what if you fail and you embarrass yourself. What if you succeed and you're happy?
Yeah. You say, what if I do this and this horrible thing happens? What if you don't do it? And then you don't know how great it could have been. Because now you're going to live with the what if. Why would you subject yourself to living a life like that? It's really constricting. Like, you kind of are wrapping yourself up with a boa constrictor, and they're just going to keep squeezing on you because you're going to keep asking the same questions, to where just do it.
I like all your very descriptive sayings.
A lot of people don't like snakes. I love snakes.
I do not like snakes.
I love, but exactly. So why would you live your life that way?
Well, I wouldn't, because I'm not that kind of girl.
So your negative what if questions, treat it like the thing you don't like. Don't ask those questions. I mean, I guess the message to take from it is, yeah, being a dreamer is great and dream big, but being a doer is even better.
Thanks for listening. New episodes drop every Thursday.